Well, good Saturday morning to all. I have been away for a while, letting a lot of our new members over at our gathering place called the Fit Financial Intel Team get their ideas together. But I have been busy and time well spent getting things squared away around here. What you're looking at here really is a micro shot of what's taking place in the world today. We have a battle going on about the Ukraine, and the Ukraine has been a part of Russia for over 200 years, and all of the Ukraine is not what the battle's over. It is about this Crimea right here, this very oil-rich Crimea. Oil seems to be a common thread running through everything globally, does it not? This is a shot taken from C-SPAN. And the reason I took this, it pretty much is an overview of everything that's taking place. You've got the UN Security Council meeting on the Malaysian downed airline. That was many feel a false flag, a created event, so that it can push the Russians into a conflict with the West. And Russia's holding firm. The longer Russia holds firm, the weaker the evil powers of fiat currency can hold out, and that paradigm looks to be shifting and going to drop. Then you got the president here of the United States, current president of the United States. This fellow here is saying something that anyway he talked about things, and then life gets on after he speaks. It is getting to be very irrelevant of what this gentleman or this person here says globally. No one paying any attention. This is new here. This is going to be something building the cost of personnel. This when I see this immediately, I feel that they're going to be trying to reduce the size of the military, which is not a bad thing if we were in the right frame of mind. As we move on down, the UN Security Council on the Palestine conflict, this is a genocide taking place here. Uh, never in the past did I ever think that I would be looking at the Palestinian side being the victims, the serious victims to all this. But dig deeper and you'll see what I'm talking about. This GM recall here, if you can starting getting a little bit perceptive and your intuitions are starting to be sharpened. This whole dynamic here is to weaken one of the great in America. Well, not it's already bankrupt, and to take it on down so that these jobs can be shipped overseas, and we've lost one of the icons of America, GM and Apple Pie. As we move on down through here on the C-SPAN channel, this was the most. I don't know how this lady. I don't know how someone takes the job like this lady's got and goes out and says some of the things that she says with everybody out there that are in the know. Those like us that are waking up, we know, and she speaks to those people who do not know. That's exactly what she does and keeps fortifying and hoping not to lose any more. Not this individual. She is but a mere mouth, but those that are putting this little pet out there to speak. Uh, that's the problem we've got is the so deeply entrenched thought web that people even internalize that they're doing the right thing. It is very powerful, very powerful, and extremely dangerous. In conclusion of this short, brief call, I want to play a little something from you from uh, Dr. Roberts, Dr. Craig Roberts, I believe is his name. Yeah, oh, Paul Craig Roberts. Very well respected uh, journalist and a reporter, was on several of the presidential campaigns. Listen to what his take on the way things are right now.
I wonder if you could just spend a minute or two talking about your new book, How America Was Lost. We'll, of course, put a link to it in the show notes for this conversation. What impelled you to write it, and what would you argue is the central thesis?
Well, you know, the country was lost when the people accepted they had to have a police state to be free of terrorists. In other words, only the police state can make you safe. So what we have in the United States is the civil liberties have been completely set aside. You know, we have indefinite detention for American citizens. Obama went one step further and claims the right to be able to murder American citizens without due process of law if somebody in the administration suspects they might be involved in terrorism. We have this universal spying, which is strictly illegal. It's prohibited by the FISA Act, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. We have these administration officials lying to Congress, admitting they lie and remaining in office. So we essentially, the United States now has all the attributes of a police state. It also has all the attributes of a militarist warfare state. You know, it claims it has the right to decide who the governments are going to be of various countries, including Ukraine, Libya, Syria, Iran. It claims it has a right to invade these countries. It's committing war crimes under the Nuremberg Standard. It's a war. Military aggression is a war crime. That's what we used to convict the Germans after World War II and sentence them to death. They torture. Torture is strictly illegal under American law and international law, and yet the United States tortures. The United States executed Japanese after World War II because they waterboarded Americans. So the country is not anything like what people think it is. It's been completely turned on its head. There's been a massive coup d'etat in the United States. Civil liberties no longer mean anything. The Posse Comitatus Act is history because we now have all these publications instructing the military how to maintain domestic law enforcement and peace within the United States. They've constructed an entire city in Virginia so the military can practice putting down rebellion from Americans. It's just an amazing thing, and most people don't know this. They don't know how these people have been treated. It's just a complete mystery to them, and yet it's right there. It's open. It's not denied. The director of national
it certainly is very dangerous to wait until tyranny manifests itself in a very tangible way. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think you can get the gist of the plot that we're in, people. Brings me to another concluding point. Over here at Fit Financial, the financialintelteam.com, this is a place where members can come. A platform has been created, funded for people to be able to have access to where they can build their own group of not followers, but people who think of like kind based on whatever you as an individual, the member of FIT, we call it FIT, the Financial Intel Team. This is set up for individuals to use. Each individual, not a group type thing, but every individual. The platform was built with all the amenities needed to where individuals can come in, and this is what the basic structure here is, that we show folks that that when someone does start building their team on this platform here, that they will receive the person that invites them will show them all of these things here. That's what we suggest that they do to teach and train their people about what I just went over with you and whatever's on their mind. This is not a centralized type of a platform. Every individual, this was a gift given by one of the original members for everyone to use as they so see fit. No pun intended. But this is a platform that is funded by the people. There's a membership fee that is $35. Five of that $35 is to support this platform and all changes that are made for the individuals. And the other 30, the individuals divide up amongst their own individual members to help support them in their journey. That's how this program works. We have had lots of changes and suggestions by the members, and we've done a lot of alterations here on behalf of all those members. It's getting now to where there's so many changes that each individual wants to modify the site for their particular direction. Uh, that's hard to do for you fit members because some of the things that one person may want, others may not, and so forth. And also, since it is group funded, we'll be putting a donation button up on the site so that because the platform is exactly the way it was designed, it will function right now to achieve those the objectives is to help someone that does not have the finances now to build such a platform with an accounting system, with the infrastructure. It would cost them tens of thousands of dollars to do with just the programming alone. So any future alterations that we do to fit will be group funded, and we'll put up a donation button so that all of our members will can feel a part of and be able to contribute to any alterations that we'll do to the site. So that's a very good thing, because I know the people do want to if they have changes, they get together. There's a thread going on now to where they are looking at changing some things, and if the changes are accepted and they do not alter the actual foundational backbone of the platform, then we'll look at changing those, but it will be by member funded resources only. The original angel founder and funder of this is exactly the way that it is intended to be, and it will function as is with that objective in mind. So any additional things will be funded by the members themselves. Y'all go out this weekend and do enjoy the weekend. It is by choice. You can change your thought process at any one given moment. Smile at a stranger. That will start your process rolling. I mean that. And spend your 10 to 15 minutes daily in quiet time, as we suggest here on the Financial Intel Team group. This is Randy, aka Jedi One to some, and go out and spread the word. We down.